Hi, guess who's back? It's me, it's Lauroselle, and welcome to another episode of Small Doses with Lauroselle. I've been gone for a minute, guys. I recorded my last episode in November of 2022, and a lot has happened since then, and I can't wait to bring you up to speed. Today, I am celebrating my 2-year health anniversary. So what is a health anniversary? What is a health anniversary? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So you might remember my last season. I talked a lot about my health journey. I talked a lot about my diagnosis and the things that was making me unwell. I talked about my fibroid tumors, my diabetes, my thyroid disease, my rheumatoid arthritis. I talked about my lymphedema. I talked about my gum disease. I talked about all of the things that was not right with me. Well, let me tell you what. I am new and improved, and I'm 2 years into this journey. So let's talk about it. Some of you may remember that back in June of 2022, I started talking about my health journey. I didn't share a lot about it at that time because I was unsure how it was going to go and where it was going to go. I was excited about the early results of my blood sugar numbers being really low and not having to take my medication anymore. And I was excited about the drastic weight that was coming off of my body. I was actually flabbergasted and didn't understand, didn't care to understand, just wanted for it to happen, right? So if I'm honest, all of this started was because I went to my gynecologist and I told her I needed to lose weight because I was just miserable. I was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I was unable to move. I was almost sedentary and I was just miserable. I had to give up dancing, and anybody knows me knows I love to move. Well, she sent me to an endocrinologist and he asked me one question. Now, she sent me to this guy for him to put me on some medication to help me lose weight. What they didn't know was my doctor had already tried that. Honey, them shots made me sick. You know the shots I'm talking about begin with an O. Anyway, this guy asked me one question that changed my whole life. He said, do you have a problem with swelling in your feet and your legs? And I took him back to 2018 when it started and all the x-rays and different tests they did and into the compression socks. Guys, those socks cost me $105 a pop for each sock. And that was with the insurance paying for some, okay? Then we had to fight with the VA to even pay for the socks. The VA only wanted to give me 2 pair of socks. It's 7 days in the week. Come on now. Ain't nobody around here nasty trying to wear the same socks over and over. But anyway, I'm here to tell you guys that what I'm celebrating is I have managed to keep off 100 plus pounds for a whole year. It took me a year to lose 115 pounds. And here we are, calendar year again, and it is still off. I haven't gained it back, guys. You know, when you do those other programs with the prepackaged meals and the shakes and the powders and the mixes and the people that tell you at 12 o'clock you need to eat this and on Friday you need to eat that. Honey, I didn't do none of that stuff. None of that stuff. And let me tell you what. The pounds came off, but not only did the pounds come off, my health changed. I am no longer type 2 diabetic. So my money has changed because guess what I ain't doing? I'm not spending a whole lot of money on prescription drugs. And guess what else? I'm not in and out my doctor's office all the time. Guess what they tell me when I leave now? See you in 6 months because I was going every 3 months, right? So listen, I'm not wearing those $100 socks anymore. That problem is solved, right? No more lymphedema because everything in my body started working better. My gums, listen, let me tell you what. I was having to see the periodontist every 3 to 4 months. I'm still seeing them every 3 to 4 months, but guess what changed? See, all around my mouth, you know, when they go to poking and prodding, they was hitting 6s and 7s and 5s and 6s and 6s and 7s and 5s and 6s and every now and then a 3 and a 4. Well, honey, let me tell you what. After about 6 months, when I went and got my teeth checked, I got 1 7 left. All the 5s and 6s became 3s and 4s. The 3s and 4s became 2s and 3s. And now some of those 3s and 4s are 2s and 3s. And I think I got maybe 2 spots in my mouth right now that keep me on the periodontist register. I ain't mad at it because it means I get to get my teeth cleaned every 3 to 4 months, right? But let me tell you what. So many things in my body have corrected. My mind, my clarity. Oh my gosh. I can think things through much more clear than I ever thought. I'm not up going to the bathroom all night long. I thought that was just something you did in your 50s, was that you was up peeing all night. It ain't had nothing to do with being in my 50s. I was unwell. And why was I unwell? Because of the things I was choosing to eat, guys. And since that time, let me tell you what happened. So a couple of people would see me on Facebook posting, and they would hit me up in my inbox. Hey, LC, what you doing? Hey, Lauroselle, what's going on? I need to know what you're doing. So a couple of people, I would tell them, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and da-da-da-da-da. You can do it too. So I did an experimental group, and I ain't gonna tell you who was in the group because it ain't your business. But anyway, I had about 4 or 5 people that are close to me in the group. And I just kind of was giving them the information, going through the motions. And I was like, well, you got to post this, and you got to tell me that, da-da-da. So one of the people in the group said, Lauroselle, you're a coach. Why don't you just really do this? And I was like, no, I like my retired life. I like traveling. I don't want to do it. And so I gave it some consideration. And from that date to this, it's been a little over a year now, I have worked with over 100 plus people. Some have had some amazing changes off blood pressure medication, off diabetes medication, off cholesterol medication. Honey, folks are shopping in the back of their closets. They are dropping weight. And they're not only just dropping weight, they're losing and burning fat, right? It is amazing what is happening. Some haven't had those levels of success. And it's okay, because they now have the tools to do it when they're ready. So hear me when I say this. Everybody's not ready. Everybody is not ready for the journey, because it does require discipline. It does require some things that you have liked and loved in your life that you have to say goodbye to for a little while. You may have to say goodbye to it forever. There are some things you may have to say, well, I'm only going to have it at this holiday, or I'm only going to have it at that holiday or this event. But some things are going to be, I'm just never going to have it again because I just don't want it. Or never say never. I just haven't come across a moment that makes me want to have it yet. But what you're going to learn is you don't really need it. You've had it. You've tasted it. You know what it's like. You know what it's good for. You know what it's not good for. And you know what? If it's making me sick, it's good for nothing. So let me tell you what. I work out twice a day, every day, from 45 minutes to an hour. When I think about 2 years ago, I was barely moving. I'm at a point now, if I manage to make it through a day and I don't get at least one exercise, one workout in, my body is not happy with me. My body's like, girl, let me tell you, I have literally gotten out of my bed. I have had my PJs on, was in the bed, laid down, and my body was like, we ain't doing nothing today. I don't like you. We didn't do nothing today. Get up, girl. So I had to get up, girl. And I had to slip on them exercise clothes and those sneakers. And I just stood right there beside my bed, cut the YouTube on, and pulled up some of my favorite people. And I worked out right there. And I hit the little quick shower and got back in my bed. So let me tell you what. This has been a journey that has just been so exciting for me that I decided that I was going to bring small doses back on my healthiversary. Yes, I decided to come back with small doses. Now, small doses is not going to always be about my health. That was the last go around. And there may be some times where I do talk about some health things because I'm very passionate about it. I do a lot of research. I do a lot of reading. And I encourage you to do the same and find what's going to work for you. Small doses, we'll be talking a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And I might even talk about a little politics here and there. Why? Because it's my business. I can do what I want to do, right? Because I'm grown. So, but anyway, I just wanted to come back and say, hey, y'all, I missed y'all. I got a lot going on. I want to talk about some things with you guys. I want to know what's on your mind. I want to know what you're thinking about my healthy journey. Let me say this. I stopped my small doses recordings because I saw how intentional I needed to be on regaining my health. And so on my having to be intentional about becoming healthy, I had to stop thinking about other stuff. I had to just focus on me. So that's why I've been gone for as long as I have been gone. Freedom's back too. You know, he always has an opinion about something. But yes, I wanted to say that. Let me deal with Freedom. All right, so he's taken care of. Let me tell you what's not going to happen. I am not trying to be an influencer. I am not going to be on these social media sites telling you about what to eat, what not to eat, what to buy, what not to buy. Not going to do it. That's not my intention. I have no intention of doing mass advertisements and master classes where I tell you master class is free, but you can sign up for another couple of $100 and do this or that. I'm not going to do that. I've been to the workshops where they teach you how to do that. That's not my style. Maybe because my background is social work and I'm about taking care of people and not taking advantage of people, okay? Because it's not my style. So you're not going to see me advertising products for anybody. Now, let me say this. There are some products that I do use that work for me that I do talk to my clients about. And there's probably a couple of companies out there that probably need to share me out a couple of dollars because some of my clients have gone and bought some of these products. But that's not my intention. My intention is not to chase the bag. I don't need to chase the bag. I'm blessed. I'm better than blessed. Only time I've ever missed a meal was because I was either late to it or I didn't want it. God has blessed me richly. And to whom much is given, much is required. Now, I don't give my services away for free, but it don't cost you no car note. Okay? I ain't knocking the people who do that. Do what you do. Make the living you need to make. Do the things you need to do. I don't need to do that, right? So you're not going to see that from me. That's not my intention. But what I do want to do is let you know that healthy inside out is something you can be. It is something I believe in. It is something that I'm helping people to become. I am living it. Let me tell you real quick, then I'm going to get out of here. My dog was becoming unwell. He did some blood work. They did some blood work on him, and it came back and it was showing that he was having some problems with his liver. So the vet asked me, well, what kind of snacks or treats do you give your dog? So I told him, and I came home and I looked at the ingredients on my treats that I was giving my dog, and I felt right guilty because it had things on it I wouldn't eat, and I wouldn't even give it to my clients. And I just felt terribly bad. So baby, all that stuff went in the garbage can. He already loved carrots. Everybody know my dog loves carrots. My honey boyfriend like cucumbers, and he likes steamed broccoli, and he likes his carrots, and he likes apples, and he likes watermelon. And guess what happened? After 30 days of not eating those garbage, trashy snacks with all those chemicals and things in it, his blood work came back normal. The doctor's mind was blown. So I guess my dog has been living healthy inside out as well. I want to share this with you before I go because talking about the doctor made me think about it. So since I've been living this way, every time I go to the doctor, my numbers come back excellent. And they're like, oh, great, your numbers are looking really good. So my endocrinologist told me on one visit early on, he says, you know, I'm really proud of you. You're doing really well. You know, probably only 1% of the people can do what you're doing. Well, I'm on a personal mission to make him out to be a liar. I think only 1% of the people can do what I'm doing because only 1% of the people know what I know. Right? So then my GP, my general practitioner, says to me on a visit, can I get your business cards? Because I can't tell my patients what you tell people. I can't treat my patients that way. See, guys, the insurance companies don't want us well. Big Pharma doesn't want us well. The food industries don't want us well. Your doctor can't tell you what they know to be true because they don't get their money if they do. My doctor asked me for my business cards, y'all. But let me tell you what else I know, and let me tell you what else is true. That's all. That's it, Freedom. I'm not advertising to the public. I'm not trying to reach the masses. I am working my circle and the circle of my circle. 6 degrees of separation. You got to know me or know somebody that know me to get into my program. I'm not opening it up for everybody. I don't want a whole lot of strangers that have no connection to me coming to me. This is my program. I do it the way I want to do it. I serve who I want to serve. So if you want to get into my program, you need to know me or somebody that knows me. But there's other programs for you out there, and I can point you in that right direction because I want everybody to benefit from being well. But listen, when your doctor wants your business cards, you know you're doing something right. Now, I experienced last month when I went for my most recent visits to my physicians. Now they want to pull the chair up close and come in and talk to me like we're friends now. See, in the past, they sit over there and I sit over there. But the more I have lost and the longer that I have been living this way, and they see that, oh, she ain't playing, she's serious. So now if you ask me every visit, what am I doing? But now they want to lean in. Now, what did you say you're doing? Well, one of my doctors says to me, oh, well, I have a health coach too, and my health coach says the same thing you just said. But you ain't never tell me none of this, right? Ha! Right? But when that woman looked at me and said she couldn't tell her patients the things that I can tell her patients, I ain't gonna lie, I sat in my car and I was just heartbroken. I really wanted to cry because I'm also a patient. And that's just letting me know the cycle of bullshit y'all put me through. You had me taking medication that was making me sick, about to take me out of here. Because the insurance companies won't pay you to tell me to stop eating a freaking side salad and make the salad my entree and don't put none of that ranch on it, right? Because you can't tell me that, but you could give me a pill. You could give me a shot. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So like I said, small doses. Occasionally we'll visit this topic. But we're going to be visiting so many other topics, things that are going on in our world, things that are going on in our community, crazy stuff that I see on the internet, like the people that don't use washcloths and the people that don't wash their legs and feet. That still bothers me. You know, I did an episode about that a while back. I'm also planning to interview some amazingly dynamic people that are in my circle, entrepreneurs, artists, other people that I think highly of who are doing great things in the community. So stay tuned. Small Doses with Lauroselle is going to continue bringing you small doses, little increments. You know, the human mind only can hold on to so much for so long. So this won't be no hour-long podcast. It's going to always stay 15, 20 minutes long to give you food for thought and something that you could continue to wrap around your brain for a little while. But anyway, I just wanted to come in and say hello. I'm not going to blow my party whistle again because I freaked my little dog out when I did. But celebrate with me my 2-year health anniversary of shedding 115 pounds. I finally made it to Wonderland, y'all. I hadn't been in Wonderland in 30 years, okay? So I am excited. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for my clients. We are all going to be healthy if we learn how to do the things correctly. And with that, I'm out. Also, I need an artist out there to give me some theme music, okay? Because I've been using some theme music with my group, but I don't have a license to use it in a public space. So I need somebody to give me my own theme music. I love y'all to life. Live well and in good health. Bye.